Welcome to the show. It is me, your girl Labora Lee, and AKA Cat Lee. We have a lot to talk about, a few things to go over this evening, but what you need to know is this. What you absolutely, positively need to know is this. Today is Media Monday. Today is the day that we talk about all the trending topics, all the things that are happening in the world, what's going down, how it's popping. Like this is what we do on Media Monday. So we have a lot to get into. But before we get into our mayhem and madness for Media Monday, I do have to play a brief commercial, so I'll be right back.
Want last minute brand design help? Get top tier Fiverr freelance creatives at your fingertips fast with secure payments and 24/7 support. Head to fiverr.com today and get something started.
All right, I'm back. We got so much to get into this evening. It's crazy. First we are gonna start with Diddy. It's a lot to unpack about the situation, and so we're gonna unpack it. That's what we do over here. We unpack all the good stuff. So first and foremost, let me get through some of the things we gotta get through, and then I'm gonna give my tea that I have, and then maybe a little extra. But anyway, so Diddy is dropping his first single in 6 years with a message for his ex, Cassie, saying that he's got to move on, and that's a good thing because she has obviously moved on, and then some. The new song is titled "Gotta Move On," and it apparently is dropping Friday, and it includes a feature from Bryson Tiller. Stay right there though, because keep that in mind because I'm gonna have something to say about that in a second as well. But anyway, the feature is Bryson Tiller. One of the song verses includes the lyrics. You found a new man, so I gotta move on. Guess you got a new agenda with someone you barely know. I won't say you're wrong. Guess you had to move on. Did he briefly tease he was releasing a new song, new music when he hosted the Billboard Awards earlier this year, but now it's about to drop. Diddy and Cassie split towards the end of 2018 after being on in and on again and off again relationship for decades. For a decade, with Cassie moving on to date and marry celebrity trainer Alex Fine. Cassie and Alex have two daughters together. I said and then some. You just gotta listen. I said and then some. Um, when Cassie first got with Alex, Diddy felt betrayed because he believed they hooked up before his breakup with her, an allegation Cassie denies. Now, Diddy actually hired Alex, a pro bull rider and professional trainer, to train Cassie when they were still dating. Okay, so let me get into the extra tea because it's more. You know it's more. You know I ain't gonna leave y'all like that. First of all, Cassie's husband is not here to play with Diddy. He alludes to Diddy being bisexual, and I'm gonna read. I'm gonna read what he said, but so basically, what he said is Happy Pride to all my LGBTQ plus friends. Attached is a charity that helps those who are in the closet and gotta move on. That's what he said. This is a whole mess. Not only that, the young lady who's been going back and forth with Young Miami, she has been on her little tangent as well. Um, which I'm gonna speak on that in a minute. I'm gonna speak on that in a minute. But she's been going on her little tangents as well. One is it's always a battle between her and Young Miami right now, which is a whole nother thing. And I believe we talked about that in a prior podcast, but we'll get back into it a little bit later because it's not that situation is a never ending story. It's like it's chaos, it's crazy, it's all over the place. But um, as far as the song, because remember I said I was going to get back to the Bryson Tiller situation. As far as the song, this is what she had to say, and I'm going to play it for you guys so you can hear it from her own mouth and not mine. I like to do it like that. I feel like that's the best way that we can possibly express things And remember, anything that I say on this podcast is alleged. We don't know. We weren't there. We have no idea what happened and what happens behind the scenes in real life. But we do know this is what Gina had to say. Hold on.
I put you onto that song, and if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't have this song on your album. Okay?
So I'm gonna let y'all hear that again. And she also says she wants a finder's fee, which is crazy. Girl, that's not how the industry works.
I'm in a I don't give a fuck mood today. First of all, I put you onto that song, and if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't have this song on your album. Okay?
That's what she said. Now, again, like I said, Gina, her name is Gina V. She and Young Miami have been going at it constantly lately. As well. And there's proof that she did find the song first because she posted in 2018. Let me just make sure my dates are right. I'm sorry. I don't want to hear this. Okay. So yeah. I'm sorry, not 2018. She posted the song. She posted a video of her messing with her hair in 2020. So she's saying she found the song first. I'm inclined to believe that she did. Problem here is, Gina, is that that's not how the industry works. And he has way more pull than you have. Diddy has been taking songs and making songs and taking publishing for years. And have they gotten any finder's fee? Have they gotten any of their money? Have they gotten their publishing? No, they haven't. And do you think that you're going to get a finder's fee or you're going to get any recognition? No, you're not. That's not how this industry works. So I just wanted to just give her a tip off about that. I want to save this story because I want to group it with another story, but I have something else on my agenda as well. So no, we're going to get to this one first. It's one other story before that one. And then we're going to take a brief break and then I'm going to be right back. And I'm introducing one of our new affiliates tonight. So stay tuned. Let's talk about Roy Jones Jr. Let's get to this real quick. So Roy Jones Jr., a dual United States and Russian citizen, talks about how he's working behind the scenes to free Brittany Griner, even saying that he's willing to travel to Moscow to escort the WNBA star home. This has been going on way too long, y'all. Would I put my life on the line, take a chance to go to Russia to exchange prisoners? Yes, I would. This is him talking. The Hall of Fame boxer says before explaining why. Because if he's talking about Brittany was my daughter, I would want somebody to do the same thing for me. Oh, bless your heart, Roy. She has been locked up in Russia, in a Russian jail for about 4 months now, and could ultimately face a decade or more in prison. All because authorities at an airport near Moscow claimed that the hoop star attempted to bring drugs, hashish oil, into the country. Enter the legendary fighter, who although was born in Florida, also became a Russian citizen in 2015 with the help of Vladimir Putin. Jeez, Roy, you got big connects. Roy, who last week also sat down with the Best Women's Boxing Show, period, for a wide range of conversation about Brittany and his career, amongst other topics. Believe that the friends he made in Russia over the years may be in position to help Brittany. As for the identity of Roy's friends, he says one of his buddies is very close to Putin. One of the guys is he's like the right-hand man in the office of Mr. Putin. So he's high up in the political scheme of things. He's a reporter, and he also does most of the reporting for Putin. So he can make a direct contact with Putin, however necessary, to help me. How she gets home, Brittany's family doesn't care. They just want their loved one back ASAP. And if Roy can help, safe to assume his assistance is more than welcome. Listen, this girl has been sitting in that prison for months now, and a decade, that's a bit much. I honestly, in my heart of hearts, really honestly think it's a lot. It has a lot to do with the United States and what we got going on with Russia because of Ukraine. And so, she is what we would call a casualty of war. I'll just put it like that. She's a casualty. She's there because at the time that she was there, the shit hit the fan, basically. So unfortunately, she got caught up in that melee, but free Britney. That's all I'm going to say about that. Now, before I get to this next story, I have one other story I want to put in front of that because I want to group that story with another story. It's going to be interesting tonight. So R&B singer and songwriter Her is suing her her longtime record label, because I say life, because what I'm about to read to you sound like life, but is suing her longtime record label for release from her contract, citing a California law that limits personal services contract for the state's residents to 7 years. So what they're saying is the statute of limitation is up. Her has been out for a while now. She's been in this contract a little bit longer. So filed in California Superior Court, in the Superior Court of Los Angeles on Thursday, June 16th, under the artist's birth name, Gabrielle Wilson. The complainant alleges that MBK Entertainment, which is her label, has held sway over Wilson's career decisions beyond the 7-year period allowed under California Labor Code Section 2855, also known as the 7-year statute. That's a lot to take in. That's how the music industry works, though. I'm not going to go through this whole because I have other stories to get to. But that's a lot to take in, and it's a lot to deal with. We never know what people are what have going on behind the scenes. And
So yesterday I introduced.
Oh, no, not yet, because that's coming. What I'm about to play is coming. But we just don't know. Remember, everything on this podcast is alleged. We don't have all the ins and outs. We aren't there. We don't know what's going on. But free her. There's no reason why she should be held to a contract longer than what is allotted. So yeah, free her. So we're gonna see how this plays out. We'll get into the tea because it's gonna drag out, and we're gonna find out more. More things will come out in the open. So I'm here for it. Now remember, join the conversation. Drop a comment. I'm here. I want to say hi to you, just like I want you to say hi to me. So remember to do that. Also, remember to like, share, and subscribe to this podcast. It's just a click. It won't cost you anything. But if you want to donate, the link is in the description. Yes, it is. Check out our website, www.ambitiouslyentertainment.com. Again, the website is www.ambitiouslyentertainment.com. And if you would like to be a guest on the show, or you have suggestions, or you're looking for advertisement, here's where you drop it. Send us an email, ambitiouslythepodcast@gmail.com. Again, ambitiouslythepodcast@gmail.com. Let's keep it moving. Now, I want to get into this situation right here because this is a never-ending situation, and it's going to lead into my next story. So I think that this is the right place to put it, right? I'll just let this young lady tell you what's happening.
So yesterday I introduced you to Suzanne Meads, who, thanks to Minneapolis Twitter, had been exposed as the person who's been grifting off of the name George Floyd. She purchased his LLC. She purchased the GeorgeFloyd.com website just days after his murder in 2020, and has subsequently been profiting off of that ever since. Now, since being found out, GeorgeFloyd.com has been taken down. However, her Twitter page still stands. And yesterday, Minneapolis social justice activists were asking her, are you affiliated with George Floyd's family? Do you have their permission? Have any of the funds been donated to George Floyd's family? All valid questions for someone who's using his name to profit off of or to fundraise off of, right? Now she starts to feel attacked, and for some unknown reason, tags in this creator, Film the Police LA. Okay, so then this person gets involved and absolutely destroys her. So yesterday I introduced you to Suzanne Mead. He digs into the archives of her website and finds out on June 8th, literally weeks after George Floyd was murdered, she was posting, "Reserve your copy of George Floyd, A Killing in the Street," with a non-refundable deposit on a book that hasn't even been written yet. He then goes on to say that even though you're claiming you didn't ask for donations, if you go back to the archive of your website back in 2020, here it clearly states, "Donate now." You claim you're not making any money, yet other people on Twitter were able to find these t-shirts you're selling. George Floyd protest.
So I'm gonna get out of there because I'm gonna go into my next story with that on our minds. There are a lot of things that we have been dealing with as people, as people of color, and that's just not African Americans. That's all types of people. Just if you're a person of color, it's starting to look like back in the day right now for us, and that's not cool, right? But this George Floyd situation was a very serious situation, being as though, he lost his life for absolutely no reason at all. It was excessive for, like, it didn't have to happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sorry, y'all, I'm looking at my other monitor. He lost his life for no reason at all. And, like, the way they handled the situation, it was crazy. And it's still an ongoing process. No, we have not healed from it. And a lot of craziness came from it. With that being said, how do I want to put this? Stuff is still happening. So I'm going to read the story really, really quick. I wonder, do I have the video? Which I think I do. So we'll play a little bit of that as well. There's a lot going on in the world right now, so we're going to talk about it. That's what we're here for. I just want to make sure. I don't know. I'll look for it in a second. I'll describe the video to you, though. I feel like that's probably one of the better ways to go about this situation. Oh, no, I got it. I got it. So, two gentlemen. One's name is Howard Hughes, and the other is Donald Corsi. Or Corset. I don't care if I say it right because they're despicable human beings. That's why I don't care if I say it right. So let me just get to the story. Two white men in Florida are facing criminal charges for allegedly attacking a black teen who claims he was racially profiled in the same town where Trayvon Martin lost his, he was taken. The men, Howard Hughes and Donald Corsi, are accused of throwing a large rock through the rear window in the car of the teen, the car that the teen was driving in, and striking the teen with a large cone. Footage from the incident, which I'm going to play in a second, but footage from the incident aftermath posted on social media by the boy's father appears to show the men angrily shouting at the teen, using profanities and telling him he doesn't belong in Sanford, Florida, in the Sanford, Florida neighborhood. The video also appears to show damage to the teen's car, which he told the cops was from the large rock hurled at the back in his back seat. You can see the busted out window and broken glass all over the seat. There is also an accusation about someone having a gun overheard in the video and on the 911 audio from the incident. Police were called to the scene, and the two men were arrested and booked on criminal charges. The teen told cops that the two men were making verbal threats as they approached the car with a large cone, road cone. You know, the cones that be in the middle of the street. Using the cone to smash the rear door. causing damage and leaving a large dent under the window. Cops said that the teen also told them that one of the men threw a large stone with sharp edges through the car window while the teen was behind the wheel. Hughes is charged with damaging property and battery. Corsi is charged with damaging property and for allegedly throwing the stone at the car. While the folks from the video who lived in the area told the teen that they didn't like how he was driving on their streets, the kid says he was just there to visit a friend. Now I'm gonna play it real quick and then I'm gonna give my commentary because this is horrible. So
right here, buddy. Right here. Tell me what you doing. Burning out racing through my fucking neighborhood. Burning out racing through my fucking neighborhood. I told you not to. I'm not in your face. Get out of my neighborhood, fuckwad. Who got the gun? Who got the gun? The guy who's got a permit to carry it. You got a gun? You're the one that would get a gun. All right. All right. Get out of this neighborhood. All right. Get out of this neighborhood. You don't belong here, brother. But y'all want to smash the fucking window? Smash the window? Yeah, he did. Right here, buddy. Right here. Tell me what you doing. You don't belong here, brother. But y'all want to smash the fucking window? Smash the window? Yeah, he did, didn't he? You smashed the window, huh? Yeah, you come back here, buddy. Talk to me. I ain't doing nothing. You were a minute ago when you thought you was Billy Badass. You don't belong.
All right, so basically, right, when the police pulled up off the jump, they already had all their little neighbors, all their little friends come outside trying to defend them, saying they seen the whole situation. And what one of them said, they was like, officer, we don't tolerate none of that in our neighborhood. Basically, like saying, like, I ain't belong in their neighborhood. And you feel me? They was like, especially you have the police in our neighborhood. No, we don't tolerate that. So, bam, right? And y'all telling me how I should have handled it or how y'all would have handled it. But you feel me? I wasn't finna give them no reason for me to get jumped up. And the two people that was involved, like the two people that damaged my car, they got locked up. But you feel me? They gonna bail out regardless. They got money, and that's for sure. But we basically, after we talked to police for hours and hours, we stayed outside because we wanted to see them get arrested with our own eyes. And basically, after they got arrested, all of their neighbors came back outside and they talking about some, oh, I hope y'all are happy. Nigga, damn right we happy. What the fuck? Got me fucked up.
all right, so I'm gonna turn that off really quick. Listen, America, this is a message for all of America. First, let me deal with this. Black people have money and they live in your neighborhoods. Yeah. For example, I live in a very diverse neighborhood. You have people of all flavors in this neighborhood. You have Caucasian, you have Hispanic, you have Middle Eastern, you have African Americans, you have some of everything. And I live in a very nice neighborhood, a crime-free neighborhood. People ride through all the time playing music. It is what it is. And you just deal with it. You accept it. But what I could tell you about my neighborhood is everybody in my neighborhood works hard for everything that they have. And that's why they're able to afford the neighborhood that we live in. That's first. Let's deal with that first. Specifically to Florida and any other state that has people like this in it. Secondly, to my to the Caucasian, because no, see, I have Caucasian people that I love very much. My godmother's a Caucasian woman. I have relatives that are Caucasian. I have relatives that are literally look like they are more Caucasian than Black. It is what it is. We're a diverse family. So it is what it is. Myself, I have a lot of Caucasian roots. My DNA, I've been tested. I have that in my DNA. Amongst other things. But this is the one thing. My daughter's best friend is Caucasian. She's going to her house for a sleepover tomorrow. My point is this. Your children, our children in general don't see what you guys see. They don't necessarily go by the things that you go by, which I'll just say it flat out, racism. Like, they don't necessarily see that. When they're children, they live in love. And it is what it is. Same thing goes for teenagers, which that young man was a teenager. What you saw was an African American young man in a Benz driving through your neighborhood, and he was playing music. No, you didn't like the music. Okay, get over it. He's gonna wind up driving off and turning it off anyway. You're not gonna hear it forever. But your children have African American friends. I repeat, your children have African American friends. Our culture is very embedded very much in this country. So for you to act like that is ridiculous. It's ridiculous, and you should be ashamed of yourself. You really, really should be ashamed of yourself. And so that's my message for this evening, because it disgusts me, and because I am a mother and a child, you know, godmother of mixed race children. I know a lot of children of all shades, all, like, we don't discriminate over here. So what I'm saying to you is grow the fuck up. Grow up. Like, what gives you the right? And how do you know he didn't belong in that neighborhood? Who told you that he did not belong in that neighborhood? What gave you the right to think that he didn't belong in that neighborhood? You don't know how much money his parents got. Well, the way he's talking, like, oh yeah, they got money, because he knows, because his friend lives in the neighborhood. He said he was in the neighborhood visiting a friend. But what makes you think that he doesn't belong in that neighborhood? What makes you think you have, and you own your property, you don't own the street, you don't own the state. What makes you think you have more right to any space than anybody? You don't even belong here for real, to be honest. If you want, that's the Native American in me popping out. This wasn't your country in the first place. You took it. And then you took my people, and then you chucked them and told them go hit about their bit, learn about the Silk Road. But the point is you have no right. We here equally just like you here. Slavery is over. This is why we celebrated Juneteenth yesterday. I don't like that was combined with Father's Day, though. I feel like you can't help what day Juneteenth is on, and Father's Day has always been on the same day as well. I just don't like that they fall, but we observe it on Monday. That's why a lot of people were off. But who gave you any jurisdiction over anything? That's what I want to know. That's what I really want to know. Who told you? Okay, you own your property. You own the land that your house is on. Was he on that? No, he was driving through the neighborhood. Who told you? Let me get on my L shit real quick. Who told you that you had more right to that street than he did? That's what I want to know. That's why Trayvon Loss is not here with us now, because of nonsense like this. Who told you that? And Trayvon's dad, the way he lived at, that was his humbled abode. And he got taken from us in the area where his father lived. He walked to the store to get some Skittles and an Arizona drink. This has to stop. Your children do not see the same things that you see, which is why he was in the neighborhood visiting a friend anyway. This has to stop. It's ridiculous at this point. I don't know what's going on in the country, but what I know is it's just ridiculous. So whatever, we're going to keep it moving. I got to play this commercial really quick. They are our affiliates. Actually, this particular commercial right now is no voiceover, so I'm just going to tell y'all about it as the video plays, all right? We're working on the voiceover right now. I need to get at for that to happen. But listen up, here we go. So our new She Said Yes jewelry. It's not just what you think, fellas. Don't get scared. Don't get run away. It's not just engagement rings, although they have a nice selection of engagement rings. Just in case you're thinking of popping the question, they do deliver. They do an express delivery, shipping is free shipping. They have exceptional quality jewelry. It comes legit. Comes with paperwork, all of that. So appraisals, all of that good stuff. And for right now, sign up and get a $30 coupon code. I'm just saying. You might not want to pop the question, but I might want to buy your girl something nice. Ladies, it's not just for the fellas either. You might want to buy your dude something nice. Just be considerate, because it ain't all about us all the time. Even though, we like to be pampered, it ain't all about us all the time. So that's our new sponsor. The voiceover will be coming soon. I just did it myself because the voiceover is not ready yet. So let's keep it moving. Let's get to some of these topics we want to discuss today. It's a lot to go into detail about. It's just sad. DC, man. DC. When I say this situation, and some of my people pose a very valid question, which is this. Hold on, let me turn this down. What if we were in DC, and because we're not from DC, like, what would that have looked like for us? But a 15-year-old did lose his life, and I believe multiple people were injured, including a police officer having been injured in a bang situation. We try to watch our words in DC. It was crazy. It was chaotic. I saw footage, and the footage I saw, I'm quite sure everybody saw that same footage. It was looking down on the ground, and all you see is a bunch of people running and scattering. And I'm just thinking, like, how scary is that, y'all? Like, that has got to be one of the most scariest things I ever witnessed in my life. So that was that. My condolences to the young man, or the young, I don't even know if it was, oh no, it was. So my condolences to the young man who, his family. We losing them too fast, y'all. We got to slow down. What is going on? I don't know. And I hope that everybody who was injured in the situation heals quickly. So my condolences to that young man. I want to move on. Baltimore. And my city. I love my city. Let's just say we've been making a little headlines lately. Some of it's crazy. Some of it's not crazy. I like to read the ones that are not crazy. So recently this weekend, we had a festival as well. It's called the AFRAM. They try to hold it every year, but because of 19, we didn't have it for a little while. But they restarted it back up. The park got a new pool and all that good stuff. So it was hot. And the park that I'm speaking of is Druid Hill Park, which is the largest park in Baltimore City, right? It's like comparison to like Central Park, but Central Park is a little bit bigger, right? But anyway, we had the festival. It went off without a hitch. For once, Baltimore City was not the city with the chaos as far as the festivals, because the joint in DC, that was also a festival. It's called Mochella. But our festival, the AFRAM, went off without a hitch. No drama, no fighting, no craziness, no bullcrap. Well, almost. The gentleman, Young Blue, got caught in some melee. I think he got into it with like a security guard or whatever, like one of the security guards that was at the festival. It was a brief encounter, but then it got smoothed over, and then they continue. I heard the best part of that festival was the OJs. I'm mad I missed them, but mama had to work, and mama had daughter, and daughter she ain't with all that organized festivities type of such situation. So I had to, chill and pump the brakes. I wanted to go. I wanted to see the OJs though. Also Baltimore, in the headlines, well, we know that Drake dropped the album. There's been a lot of, I don't like it. And I read some of the comments on Friday about people not liking it. It does have a Baltimore-esque type of feel. And here in Baltimore, that's been like the great debate. Everybody's in their feelings about it. It's not Baltimore club music. It ain't even Jersey house music, because Baltimore club music and Jersey house music have a lot in common, right? But that's not what we're going to talk about. What we're going to talk about is a Baltimore rapper named Ra says that she was sampled on the new album and wasn't credited, hasn't been credited yet. So she said her team is working on it. Now, here's what I'm going to read it to you. This is what she said. I ain't been able to hold my ish together all morning knowing that I'm sampled on on Drake's Currents song. I knew I knew my what was legendary in the club world, but damn, this is crazy. So she's excited about it. Oh my gosh. Um Congratulations, Rara. You know what I mean? Like that's always when somebody shouts you out, that's always a big ups. You feel me? That's much love. It is what it is. Now we all know Wendy Williams' last show aired at the end of the week last week. This is the top of this week. It was sad because Wendy wasn't there nor invited to do her final show, which I'm like, it's called the Wendy Williams Show. Bring her on, no matter what the accommodations you got to make. I'm quite sure she wasn't going to be there drunk or anything like that. She got health problems, but I felt like she was going to be there and she was going to turn up for the people. So they didn't invite her. She wasn't a part of her last show, unfortunately. But she has plans. She has plans to do what I'm doing right now. She's going to start a podcast. I'm not mad at her. I can't wait. I can't wait to tune in and see what Wendy's talking about. I think it'll be good for her because it's something that she'll be able to do from a home studio versus having to get up and leave and go into the studio. Like I do mine from a home studio. This is my studio, but then my bedroom is elsewhere. But whatever. I think it'll be a good look for Wendy. I love the idea of that, and I kind of miss Wendy Williams a little bit. I do. She's been a pillar in my life for a very long time. So yeah, Wendy, don't let them keep you down. Do your thing, girl. Do your thing. So it is what it is. That's messed up though that they didn't make it available for her to be there. Like they didn't offer for her to be when it's her show. The show has her name on it, and we've had a whole lot of crazy people on there, but she wasn't there. So let's get into this Chris Brown tea real quick.
The reason why I'm saying I'm glad you said that because I don't consider myself better than Michael Jackson. You know what I'm saying? And we already know when it comes to dancing and things of that nature.
You got that, yeah. You was the OG with that.
You know what I'm saying? If I'm not better than Michael,
yeah.
How can Chris Brown be better than Michael?
At all.
Yeah, but how do you take that? You just say like,
I mean, I stayed the hell up out of it. I don't keep it 100. Like I kind of back off it. Like my personal take on it is like I wouldn't even be breathing or even being able to sing a song if that man didn't exist.
Right.
So I don't know if they look at it as the Jordan Kobe thing, but I can't even look at it. He's light years away. Like you get what I'm saying? Like there is no competing with him. You know what I'm saying?
So I love how Chris Brown answered that. That is so dope. Because nobody can be out here like, yeah, I'm better than Michael Jackson. How, Sway? That man did it from the time he was a little ass boy to the time he was a grown man and no longer here. Even right before he was no longer here. So I love that answer. Big up Breezy. He also speaking of Breezy, he's also going to be on Drink Champs. I can't wait to watch that episode. I'm a big fan of Drink Champs. I watch that. That's like the one podcast like that for sure. I'm damn sure going to watch that in 85 South. I'm here for it. I can't wait to watch Drink Champs when Chris Brown gets on there, just to see what they're gonna talk about. Nori is crazy, so he's gonna ask some crazy questions, and so I'm into it, and I'm here for it. Let's move on to these quick topics. Jennifer Hudson's talk show to officially air in September 2022 on her birthday. Congrats, Jen Hutz. You know what I mean? Like, why not? Why not? I mean, like, listen. Somebody got to fill the void. I don't know. What I want to know is that going to fill, like, what network is it going to be on? And is that going to fill the Wendy Williams void if it's going to be on the same network that Wendy Williams show was on? I don't know, but we're going to see. She also wins a Tony to cement her award-winning status. Miss Hudson did. And the 17th person to achieve an EGOT status, and the second Black woman to become an EGOT winner following Whoopi Goldberg. Shout out to Jen Hudson. We like it, girl. You better. So congratulations to Jennifer Hudson. Tyler Perry donates $500,000 to Harlem's Apollo Theater. Now that's what I'm talking about. We need that because I miss you know what I really miss? I miss Showtime at the Apollo. I miss even though it wouldn't be the same Sandman. I missed that part. You know, when people be like, whoa, he come out like, yeah, like I missed that. I missed that. That was, for my childhood, that was life. And I'm quite sure it was even better in person back in the old days. But yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Redo the theater. Make sure it's the way it's supposed to be and then come back. So let me get into it. Diddy to be honored with the Lifetime Achievement Award at the BET Awards. Not mad at it. He's done a lot of things within the entertainment industry. I don't watch the award ceremonies anymore. Except for, I didn't even watch the award ceremonies when Will Smith did what he did to Chris Rock. I'm not excited about it anymore. It's like when I was young, I used to run home like, oh my, I mean, I used to be like, oh, the awards coming on. Just like when I was young, I used to run home and watch for BET and like jukebox and all of that good stuff. It wears off on you after you get a certain age. But congratulations to Diddy. You need something, sir, because you got a lot of craziness going on right now in your life with these broads. Oh Lord, you got a lot of craziness going on in your life with these broads. So maybe this will be a good thing for you. And last but not least, Meg Thee Stallion joins the cast of P-Valley. I need to check that show out, y'all. Like, I haven't really had time to watch much TV. And generally, when I do watch television, I'm on my way to bed. And so how long am I really keeping my eyes open for? I can't tell you. I can't. But I got to show some love because it's almost time for me to get out of here. And I don't want to, hopefully I can throw some more tea in there, but I got to show my love really, really quick, right? So there are 5 countries that always go at the top of the list right now. The reason being is because they're the ones who actually tune in and download the show. And so I love them because that's what they do. And so I'm always going to love them, but I got to show my love the way I show my love. So shout out to the United States first. Hi, babies. I love my country. Thank you for supporting your fellow citizen. Much love. Much love. I love you guys. You guys are amazing. The United Kingdom. Yay. Shout out to the UK. I don't know where y'all can. Y'all just shout out real quick and like, we here and I see you, booze. I see you. I appreciate you so much. Germany. If you're wondering, I got a list here that I got to read from, and then I'm reading from another list up here. Germany. Hi, Germany. I love you. Thank you for always loving me. You always have held a girl down, and I appreciate you. India. I see you, booze. And I appreciate you too. So much. I do. I love you guys. You guys are great. And last, well, no, that's not even last, but the on the top list, France. Hi, France. I appreciate you. I love you so much. You guys are amazing. And I still want to come there. You know, I'm still not that trustworthy. I'm trusting right now as far as, you know, things that are going on, because although the noise has kind of quieted about the 19th, then they came with monkeypox. And it's like, come on. I mean, y'all really don't want me to go to France, huh? But anyway, I love you, France. And I'm a mommy, so I have to be, you know what I mean, kind of more considerate of her than myself. So maybe if this was my younger years and I didn't have a kid yet, I probably would have been like, you know what, I'm on my way, France. But, you know, it is what it is. So we're going to get an India. Hi, India. I love you so much. Thank you for tuning into this podcast. You don't have to, but you did. Also, we're going to get to the other people on this list because I don't want to leave anybody out. And I won't leave anybody out. So we got the United States. We got Germany, Canada. Appreciate you. Love you. Got India. Mexico. Hi. Thanks, Mexico, for tuning in. Brazil. Big shout out to Brazil. I love you guys. Mauritius. I'm not even saying it in the right order because this list right here is mixed up a little bit. But yeah, hi, I love you guys. Mexico, Mauritius, Brazil. Oh my gosh. Israel, Japan, Singapore. It's mixed up. Bear with me. Ireland, Belgium, Nepal. Wait a minute, we're not done. Spain, Netherlands. I'm getting everybody in the day. South Africa, Philippines. Did I say Belgium already? I might have, but yeah, big shout out to Belgium. Australia. Thank you, babies. Hong Kong, I love you guys. You guys are amazing. I think I got everybody. I hope I got everybody. It's a long list. I might have skipped over some people. I feel like I did, but not on purpose. I said Spain. I said the Netherlands. I said Brazil. I said Belgium. I said Germany. Japan. I said India. I said Hong Kong. Got on the ball. Belgium, Ireland. I already said the top cities. I mean, it's the top countries. I just don't want to miss anybody, so bear with me for 1 second, guys. Yeah, I got them. Hold on. It's a long list. See what else we got here. I got all of them. Just want to make sure I don't miss anybody. I think I got everyone. So thank you guys, for loving me the way you do. Not going to do top cities tonight. I think I'm going to start with doing top cities, and I'm just going to name the countries. Because Switzerland. No, we did it. Switzerland and Russia. Hi. I appreciate you. I do. Thank you for tuning into this podcast. I appreciate you. I don't know how I almost forgot you guys. I don't know what is going on, but Switzerland and Russia, I appreciate you too. Russia, there's nothing personal, but send us our girl back. I promise you she won't come back, and she won't bring any hashish in your country ever again. I think she's learned her lesson. I think she's really, really learned her lesson. I don't think she'll be doing that ever again. And if she does, then throw the book at her. But I don't think she'll be coming back. And I also don't think that she will ever play with y'all like that again. I got time, cuz. I got time. Now, so let's get back to this future and well, it's really not, but it is kind of. So listen, Claudia Jordan has something to say to y'all, and I'm gonna let her say it because this is what I do. I let people say what they have to say. But listen. Hold on, I'm gonna take it back.
Black men used to carry themselves before we got ratchet. Before we started praising the lowest of the low, black men used to carry themselves. Russell Wilson, to me, is a throwback to how black men used to carry themselves before we got ratchet. Before we started praising the lowest of the low. Before we started like thinking it was cool to be dumb and ignorant and like purposely misspeaking, misspelling, sounding ignorant and dumb. Before we started praising the lowest of the low, it reeks of low self-esteem as a culture. To say, oh, this is black if you're ignorant. But when you're not, we equate that with being white. So we're gonna give that to the white man, like they have the exclusivity rights on intelligence and class. Shouldn't we be like, yo, he's with us? You ain't black enough because you use proper English. So we really are saying that we're not capable of elevating. But then these are the same people that want to be referred to as a king, and then you have one actually treating a woman as a queen and actually carrying himself as a king, and we're gonna sit here and try to take his black card from him because he's not acting up, wilding out. It is so ridiculous. And then we say we're not a monolith, but then if you don't do these things, like you said, Q, you're not one of us and you can't sit with us. Stop doing this to other black people. Stop making black people feel guilty for being classy and intelligent and carrying themselves in the way that we should all be trying to aspire to be. Like, it is ridiculous that the hate for Sierra is because she moved on from a future. So all these like future F boys that are like him, future lights, y'all feel some kind of way because I hit you in the gut because you feel that, right? You know your girl deserves better. I really wish we can get away from that and stop praising that. His blackness should not be in question because he's not ignorant. We should stop. We need to stop embracing that. We ain't that.
I love that message.
The lowest
and
of the
hold
low.
on. I'm gonna tell you why I love that message really quick. I love that message because there is no, like, I don't know why, but it has become a norm for for black women to disrespect black men to disrespect black women. I'm gonna say on both ends because what she say, fuck nigga free. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not cool on either end of the spectrum. I do agree that, you know, they give Russell Wilson flack because he is not carrying it like a lot of other dudes carry it. But to be honest, every woman wants somebody to treat her how Russell Wilson treats Ciara. I personally don't want to be with a man who treats me like poo. I'm going to try to curve my cussing. What time is I can cuss? I don't want to be with a man that treats me like shit. I don't. I want to be with a man that treats me like a queen and allows me to treat him like a king. I want to be with a man who's okay and understands that you are a king, and that's why I carry it in such a manner. And we got a comment. Hold on. And it's okay for me to treat you that way, and you don't have to feel any kind of way about me treating you that kind of way. Hi, Reese Pooh. Love you. Hi, Bookie. I don't want to be with a man that's like, oh, well, the only way we could be happy together is if I'm disrespecting you and you disrespecting me. Why? Been there, done that, didn't like it when I had it then, and that's why they're not the fuck here. I'm just saying, no respectable woman wants that. No respectable woman and no respectable man should want that treatment either. And I said again, I always play devil. I never take one side. And shout out to anybody who's watching from Facebook or Twitch. I've never, I try not to just be one-ended when it comes to things of this nature. Because I got some things to talk about on Wet Wednesday. You need to turn back in so you can get down. But nobody wants to be mistreated. And for anybody to think that it's okay, oh, well, you're a woman, so you got to take it how you get it. No, I don't care how old I am. I don't care what race I am. I don't care what gender I am. It's not okay to be mistreated by anybody. And if they're mistreating you, move the fuck on. There's other people in this world. The people that you choose aren't the only people here. They just the people that you choose. But I'm not choosing somebody that's going to mistreat me. I'm not choosing anybody that's not going to treat me any less than a queen. And from my opinion, Russell Wilson treats Ciara like a queen. Like he acts like a man should act. And that is how the gentleman used to act back in the day. Now they've lost that. Now it's just like, oh, well, bitch and hoe, and they can treat you like shit, and they can do you like Future, what her situation was with Future. Now you're mad at her because she moved on to somebody who treats her like a queen. Well, I'm sorry. I'm not here to please you. I'm here to please me. And that's, I think, what Ciara is getting at. And I do not agree with Claudia. Because Claudia gets on my last nerve sometimes. She does. But this is one of those circumstances where I really agree with Claudia. Like, why is it that he's a clown and he's a square and he's all of this because he treats her a certain kind of way? He was raised a certain kind of way. He was raised to treat women a certain kind of way with respect and honor and value. And it's okay for him to treat his woman in that manner. I applaud him. Again, I would never want to be with a man who's going to be disrespectful. And I've had some dudes say some disrespectful things to me. And I had to get them told because that's the type of woman I am. It's not okay. I'm not going to allow you to come in and disrespect me. So this is one of them times, like I said, where I totally agree with Claudia. I don't have any beef with anything she said. I agree with her. And I really agree with her. But then in this particular situation, what she said was valid. Let's go back to that. Let's go back to treating each other with respect, love, loyalty, honor, and value. Let's go back to that. What's wrong with that? Like, what's wrong with it? It's like not cool to just love each other and love each other the right way. It's not cool to value each other and honor each other. Like, that's bullshit, y'all. And y'all know it's bullshit. People in my age bracket, it's even people in my age bracket that carry like that, and I can't believe it. But at the same time, they was carrying it like that back in the day, so I don't really, I can't really. Let's change that. Let's change. We are people of high honor and high value, and it's time we start understanding that and rocking with that and acknowledging that. It's time. It's really time. Like, it's time. It's time for us to let go of the bullshit and become better people. It's time. It's time for that understanding. It is. And so, yeah, Claudia, you got me on that one, girl. I don't even got no beef about that. Hold up. Let's just turn that down really quick. Because Beyonce is reportedly releasing a new song at midnight tonight. You heard me. She's releasing a song. That's what they say anyway, allegedly. Let me put that on the screen real quick. That's what they say allegedly. She's releasing a song at 12 o'clock tonight. I'm here for it. We haven't heard a Beyonce song in a while. Why the hell not? But it made social media lose their minds because everybody's feeling the same way I feel. Like, about time, girl. About time. We need a song. Shoot. You Beyonce. You do what Beyonce do and you release freaking music. Where's it at? But at the same time, we got to understand she is a mom. She is a wife. And because she is a mom and a wife, I don't know, maybe I should reverse the order. I don't know. But because she is a mom and a wife, she has to take care of her other duties as well. And she's a businesswoman and she has other businesses besides her singing. So she has to handle her business. She got to take care of her family. So I ain't judging her. I'm just saying do what Beyonce does and give us some music. That's all I'm saying. So tonight, be looking out. I'm going to be looking out. I might not catch it tonight because I got to get my baby ready for her slumber party. I might not catch it until tomorrow. But what I'm saying is I'm excited about it because Beyonce is releasing new music allegedly at 12 o'clock. Allegedly. We don't know for sure. I'm not sure. I'm just not. But hopefully she is. I'm excited about it. All right, there's a few things I gotta say before I get out of here. So I gotta say it. Tune in on Saturday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm not sure what time that is in Arizona, which is where our guest is from. We will have the author of Revealing to Healing, Judith Maynard. I'm excited. I'm very interested and very ready to pick her brain. So tune in. That's the 25th. I'm not going to play a promo, but you will see it. If you're my friend on social media, you'll see it as it goes. Also, June the 29th, which is, I believe, a Wednesday. Yeah, I think that's Wednesday. It's so close together. But anyway, June the 29th, we will also have on the show, oh my gosh, it's 5 days for Judith. But on the 29th, we will have Mr. K-Mac Knoxville on the show, along with Mr. J. Funk Carter on the show to talk about their new project called Unk. It's an album. It's dope. I've heard the music, and I can't wait for you guys to tap in and get to know them if you don't already know them and get to learn more about this project. I got to hear it because I was around for a lot of, the creation of it. It's a good project. It's a great project. So tune in and we're going to talk to these gents about it. And that as well, I want to play that promo, but I won't play that promo. One is because we short on time, and two, because every time I play something, they try to strike me on Facebook not IG because I don't do podcasts on IG, but you get it. I don't have time for that. But now I got to get to my my message of the evening, which is mind your fucking business. Mind your business. Mind your business. Come over here. Let me tell you about other people's business. That's my job. That's what I do. Mind your business. Stay out of trouble. Stay safe. And then come over here. I'll tell you what's going on. And then everybody's safe because nothing happens to me. I just tell out all the business. So come over here and let me mind the business for you. But you mind your business and stay out of other people's business. It's safer that way. Secondly, hug your kids. Love your kids. Adore your children. Tell them how great they are, how wonderful they are. They are something beautiful. So, love on the babies. Wait a minute, I gotta give some love before I get to my last part of the message. J Hood, thank you for the like, babes. Last but not least, stay in your fucking lane. Your lane over there, my lane over here. You know what happens when you get into other people's lane? It's a collision, and who needs the collision? Who needs it? Stay in your lane. Your lane is over there. My lane over here. Now, what I mean by staying in your lane, staying in your lane and minding your business is two different things. So don't ever get it twisted. Sometimes people be minding business, but they don't be in other people's lanes. They just nosy people. But when you get into somebody else's lane, then you're all up in their shit, and sometimes you're just too much in their shit and too much in their personal business. So stay in your lane and mind your fucking business. With that being said, I love you guys. Thank you for tuning into this podcast. For those that did tune in and dropped a comment, love you, Reese. Her birthday was not too long ago either. I love my producer. Yeah, and you guys be safe. Have a good night. Stay out of trouble. Don't let nobody tell you you're not great, because you are, and you remember you are enough. And with that being said, I gotta get out of here, y'all. I be doing the most, but I don't care. I just do the most. This is just what the most look like. It's just what the most look like. But anyway, love you guys. Bye. What is happening?